Hi everyone, welcome back to the 100-Day series of Feed Your Inner Child. Today we're going to talk about um, unconscious family patterns that we keep repeating um, if we don't have our inner child healed, right? Or if we don't align with our inner children, right? What happens is that we keep repeating the same trauma, especially when it comes to family. So, have you noticed that, if your father was a certain way, or if he's very critical, then that father is still sitting within you, right? And you're still very critical about yourself. You're critical about folks. You are not letting others, you are very controlling. You're not letting other folks grow. You don't let yourself grow, right? By constantly criticizing. That's one pattern that keeps on repeating. So, of course, when you work with your inner child, you develop a kind way of not just talking to yourself but also talking to others, and that in itself can start to heal this pattern, right? Now this is a very simple example, but many of you would have noticed that it's not only about your family, but it could be your family patterns in terms of finances as well. So if there was debt in the family, then somehow unconsciously, in terms of your unconscious loyalty, you develop uh, this pattern of growing debts within your business, right? Or even if you're working, you have you have a lot of debts, right? And that's a family pattern that you've inherited now. Or you're just you have this inner child that's scared and that feels like it has to take debt in order to grow, in order to survive, and that's what it has learned, and you're not able to break that cycle, right? So there can be many such patterns that you take over, that you inherit, that you keep following unconsciously when we do not work with our inner child. All right. So today, again, like I said, whenever I'm talking about patterns and certain things, I feel like healing statements are much more effective because you can just say it and it'll get healed, right? Instead of me doing a practice with you, and then I know many of you will not go back and try to figure out what your issue was, right? You want to do this exercise in a way that in real time you feel that change coming up, right? I understand. So that's the reason why I have created certain statements that I feel are very prominent, pertinent based on, the issues I've seen. However, there are only a few statements, right? You will still, at least now you know the format, you can insert whatever your issue is, right? After saying these statements, pause, think about your issue, write them down, write it in this format, and then do it for yourself. Because that will be helpful, that will be useful to you, right? And of course, if you see certain patterns, certain things that I have here that resonate with you, well, then perfect, right? So let's start with the recitation. Expressing love through presence and not pressure is my soul's love. Okay. Welcoming emotions and not correcting or dismissing them is my soul's love. Meeting meeting conflict with curiosity and not punishment is my soul's love. Using silence for regulation and not withdrawal is my soul's love. Respecting boundaries without any guilt or retaliation is my soul's love. Offering care without control or obligation is my soul's love. Freely apologizing without being defensive is my soul's love. Repairing matters, not the, let's see, mm, working on something rather than being right is my soul's love. Allowing myself to rest without earning it is my soul's love. Celebrating my success without comparison is my soul's love. Treating my vulnerability as strength and not weakness is my soul's love. Voicing my needs without fear of judgment or fear of abandonment is my soul's love. Consistently loving is my soul's love. Loving without any conditions is my soul's love. Receiving love without any conditions is my soul's love. Encouraging joy and not minimizing it is my soul's love. Independence along with connection, supporting independence along with connection is my soul's love. Meeting my mistakes with guidance and not shame is my soul's love. Living life without, or you can say, because we need some shame, right? um, Enjoying life without shame is my soul's love. Honoring differences and not feeling threatened is my soul's love. Offering support rather than rescuing is my soul's love. Choosing to grow without pain is my soul's love. Loving freely without sacrifice is my soul's love. Wow. These are some of the statements that are coming to my mind right now, and I feel like they're very powerful. And maybe this is what's aligning with all of us today. But like I said, please recite, sit down, pause, sit down, and then write down whatever comes up for you, whatever works for you. What are the patterns in your life? And then say it in this pattern. Yeah. With that, signing off, Anisha. That's from Zaria Healing.